Hello, denizens, and welcome back to Starsector. Where we left off, we had just made it to the Jengala station. Formed of a vast tiered structure, the first ancient fueling and repair gantries are hidden among corroded industrial hangars that lie in the shadow of a huge ring of laboratories and associated support systems. Higher still, commercial concourses, metroplex districts, and many winged shipyards are all watched over by a command and control spire bristling with communications arrays and weapons pods. Your fleet transmits identification codes via the transponder, and you are soon granted docking clearance. I wonder what would happen if we had our transponder off. I will have to try that soon. I imagine, because that's how you access the black market, so. Okay, we can look at the comm directory and mission postings, from which we can see what missions are available to us. There are these procurement contracts, which are basically trading missions, if you will, and they're all starting from here, and they are ending wherever is glowing and has the name underneath it. So here it's Samara, here it's Hybrasil, and the one I actually have selected is Arcadia. Yeah. So this one is orange up here, not because it's hard or anything, but because it's offered by the hegemony, which means that the delivery may be made openly, even I think, if it's an illegal good. And likewise, these are gray, so it's not actually pirates. It's the independents in the game. We also have this commission here. This is a just like in the Age of Sail, if you had a privateer's commission license, I don't know exactly what that's called, you could go forth in the country's name, slay their enemies, and nobody could really blame you. You were a private, or maybe not entirely private, but you were your own agency. You weren't actually in the military, but you had a ship, and they say, hey, if we give you a license to go do this, then we have a larger military than the other guys because we have lots of guys that are willing to go raid traders for us. And if we can destroy those traders or we can steal their goods, then we benefit at the expense of people we don't like. And that's what we are. We're a privateer. So we can also pick up goods. So that if you wanted to do trading, this is where we could do it. And you can trade on the open market. The hegemony military, if they like you enough, you can visit their store, or you can visit the black market. And there's a whole lot of text here that says how to do that. And the way the black market works is you have to turn your transponder off, I believe. And then you're more likely to get away with it if you're only taking a little bit. If you try to buy a lot of stuff at once from the black market, then you're going to get caught. Especially if your suspicion level is raised, which ours is not, because of course we haven't done anything illegal. But it's important to notice that we don't have to go to the black market for some of these weapons. Though if we do, we have a lot more available to us, and some of the goods that are normally illegal. These are good, or these goods, these harvested organs, are illegal in hegemony space. So if we get scanned with these in our inventory, bad juju. And you get scanned if you turn off your transponder. I can vouch for that. Rather than buying anything from here, we're just going to go back over here. We could take a look at some of these weapons and potentially swap out some of the weapons on our ships. But I feel like we should probably go into combat, get a feel for our ships, get a feel for what the weaknesses are, and start learning how to correct for those weaknesses and take advantage of our strengths. For instance, if we have way more flux dissipation than we need, well, maybe we should add more energy weapons, that sort of thing. Now up here at the top, you can actually see more things about this system, things that would be affecting the market. But one thing that is particularly important right now is Jengala has a bounty for the destruction of any fleets belonging to the enemy of the hegemony. This is just like the commission we would have taken, but is even better, because they were only offering 300 credits. Apparently they're having a big problem with enemies, and they're offering 2,200 credits per frigate. I feel like this is to help you get started and established in the game. And they're only going to offer it for another 45 days, so we want to go hunt down as many people as we can in that time. There's various other things here that are going to give you more information about what to expect from the market on this planet. They're going to tell you, okay, so the quality and number of officers here at this planet are going to be better. The increases the number of officers, reduces demand for luxury goods, so that's going to be poor to sell here. Stability over here tells you more about how the market is doing here. If it's a very stable market, then it will have higher prices, and black market trading, I believe, is more difficult. This is, from what I understand, fairly stable. It says prices are around 200% of normal. I don't know. I haven't made it to another station. If we hit this button over here, we switch to the imports and exports, and we can see what a station is bringing in, what demand is being met, what it's importing, that sort of thing. So for instance, we can see here that they're exporting organics, they're exporting food, they're exporting crew, and that's it. Everything else is being imported. So if we look at supplies, for instance, we can see that they're short on supplies, but the demand is being met by imports. And what's interesting here is they're importing fuel, even though they're even above and beyond their normal imports, because apparently fuel is really cheap elsewhere and it can be easily imported here. I feel like I would have to understand the game a lot better to know what's a good trade here. And you can get a good sense for events that might be affecting the market by going to the Intel tab and going to your prices. And you can see all the events that are currently affecting the systems that you're in. Now, I do believe there is a way to limit this. Show only... there isn't one for just the faction that or the system that you're in. But we could see, for instance, that... is there one that's in our system? Asconia... Corvus. Here we go. So we can see that fuel, the price is increased. And we actually saw that over there in the previous tab, that the price was high enough that they were actually importing extra from elsewhere because they could sell it for really high here. And it says it will likely revert back to normal within 2 months. That gives you an idea of how long that will last. So you can use this and you can spot good trades. And that's what I tried to do in my last playthrough when I got horribly annihilated, because I took up a mission to go take something down here to Samara. I thought that'd be relatively safe. They both have hegemony military presence. I thought, it'll be relatively safe. Wrong. Okay. In addition, you have this view, and here you can see the active events at any one time that are going to affect the prices and I guess status in any system. So for instance, we have some price updates from here, and you can click on that and you can see that we've updated our information for certain goods here. These are unusual prices. So I think, I'm not sure exactly how you check the price of somewhere else. These are noted to be unusual prices. Again, I don't know how, maybe that's just showing up here in the log. So price update. No, it doesn't say whether the price is high or low. I'm not sure. I'll have to get back to you on that. Also over here we have the factions, so we can see who likes us and who doesn't. We know Tritachyon doesn't like us because we stole one of their ships. Oops. Sorry guys, didn't know. Ludic Path doesn't like you. As far as I know, they don't like anybody. And neither do the pirates. Although I believe you can get friendly with the pirates if you go around with your transponder off and you trade with them and things. I don't actually know. Now, the people who are friendly with us are the Independents, the Syndrian Dictat, the Ludic Church. Ludic Path doesn't like us, but Ludic Church does, and the Hegemony. Now, the Hegemony are the ones that we want to kind of court because they own most of the local systems here. You know, here they own a lot. Here they own some. Obviously, as we get over to this side of the map, we start getting away from that. But they own this quadrant down here that we're in. So I mean, that's where we're going to spend most of the early games. That's where we want. That's the faction that we want to court, if you will. Okay, so then we can buy and sell ships. So yes, you can actually go over here and you can see I could buy this super freighter, assuming I had the money, of course. But you can buy ships here and add them to your fleet. You can also buy off the black market. I have no idea how you pull this off. Seems like it'd be pretty hard to buy a destroyer from this station. Not gonna pay attention to that. There's also the storage button up here, which I think you can get at any station, and it allows you to store ships and goods there, but you have to pay to unlock it at any station, and I'm not interested in doing that right now. Okay, so let's back out of the market. So let's see if we can go out and we can hunt somebody down. Now the game's paused, and I can look at the map and I can see what all is available here. This is a mercenary patrol. Let's take a look, and they're returning to Jengala. They're mercenaries. They're neutral. They are not pirates. However, I could head up here toward these pirate bases, and there's a good chance that I'll find some pirates. So let's head off in this direction. Let's do an active sensor burst. See what we can see. Okay. already we've had some trade disrupted nearby. So let's see what we saw from that pulse. Did we see anything? We saw a whole lot of fleets. Saw a fleet here, unloading organics. Those are probably pirates. Let's see if we can get close to them. Nope, they've already been destroyed, I believe. Okay. Unidentified contact. It's running with its transponder off. Okay, so that's not actually a, Can I do another sensor ping? No, I can't do that yet. There it is. Now I can. Smugglers. Okay, now I don't know if I can attack them. Can I attack them? Now my engines are off because I did an active sensor ping. Okay. So, okay, they have a lot of reserves. Wow. They are independent, assume a neutral posture. So I have no interest in actively engaging those guys because I don't want to reduce my status with the independence any. Let's go out and see if we can find, and now here's another contact. Who's that? No idea. Let's go out here and we'll move more toward the pirates. Now we can see somebody here. Again, we don't know what they are, but we can get some readings of them. Now they are coming after us. This is very interesting. So, and we can see we are detecting, or we are near the edge of the detection of all these ships. So let's go ahead and we'll engage these guys. Pirate raiders. We have an assault destroyer, two frigates, no, a frigate and a shuttle, and some fighters. These fighters, once we knock them out, they will not be replaced, I think, because I do not think that any of these have flight decks. This guy is going to be hard to take on. But let's do it. For the sake of gameplay, let's do it. Okay, let's go with our custom frigate and continue. Okay, we get to deploy our ships since we're going into combat. We're just going to deploy everything because we have plenty of deployment points. However, it is going to cost us supply to do this. Okay, so here we are. Now, we have 3 command points. It's not a lot. Let's take a look at their forces. Their large assault destroyer is in the middle. Their shuttle is on the right. There's one of their ships that we can't see. They have a multi-role fighter wing here. We might want to take this out quickly and then hit the assault destroyer hard. I suspect that this shuttle will probably go down from these 2 ships, which they look like they're moving to engage them. That means they're going to come under fire from this assault destroyer probably, and I want to help out with that. I want to engage him and see if this ship's long range can pick off this ship and or move against this ship. He has perfect accuracy on those lasers, so I'm hoping that shuttle goes down relatively quickly. Let's go ahead and transfer command to this ship. Now, the trick is, what weapon do we want to use? I feel like we have to go with group 3 to start with, because while we want to ultimately use this weapon here, because it does so much damage, this antimatter blaster, we've got to close within range to be able to do that. We'll probably want to disable the engines with the ion cannon, and then move in to use that antimatter blaster against this guy. Okay, so they have closed very quickly with us. These appear to be unshielded fighters. I want to raise my shields and probably move past them. Okay, those are missiles. Okay, we want to back away. We're getting some flux. That's hard flux. And let's vent. We're faster than he is. Ooh, took some home. Okay, can we get away from him? Oh, raise our shields. Okay, now we've got another guy firing in on him. I want to move in, switch, use my missiles on him, see if I can overload him. Wow, that went really, really well. Do we have anybody left? Let's take a look. That went really well. I am absolutely amazed. Those missiles did fantastic damage. Okay, he's destroyed here. He's destroyed here. Looks like we're... Oh, I don't know where we're going. This ship is moving back. Looks like we're just trying to find the opponent. Let's move back to these so we don't accidentally fire off any more missiles. How many missiles do we have left? One in each tube. That was a nice ship. Would have liked to have captured it. Okay, I can see him. He's up here. Nice. I love those laser cannons. Oh, it's just shredding through the hull. Wow. Okay, I may not have done all that much in this battle, but that guy up there is amazing. So, well, here's the result. We destroyed all 4 ships. We did take some damage. We also reduced our combat readiness, because I believe we went into combat and that just automatically results in lost combat readiness. We also reduced our relationship with the pirates, and we also got some money. We can also pick through salvage and take from their stuff. Let's go ahead and take these. I think at this point we can probably take everything. We got a light dual machine gun. We got 33 supplies. Fantastic, because it cost us 15 to go into that combat. More fuel, some heavy machinery we can sell off, and 61 metals. We would, except that would increase our supply usage if we were to take this much. We can probably move to the station quick enough that the excess supply use that's coming from extra cargo won't matter too much. Now we are spending ship repair, or we are spending extra supplies because we're repairing our ship. Remember, that's an issue. We'll repair combat readiness at a rate of 7% per day, and while that is happening, we will also, and I'm not sure about the repairs to the ship, but we will be paying extra supplies while that is happening, because we're doing routine maintenance on our weapons and things like that. Nice. We've already leveled up. All right, folks, we killed our first enemies. We've leveled up. We've explored stations. I'll see you next time when hopefully we go on a hunt and we kill off some more opponents. See if we can't get a few more of the bounties and get more favorable with the hegemony. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then.